Tonight, Israel now considering a plan to flush out the tunnels under Gaza where Hamas leaders are believed to be hiding. A US official telling ABC News they want to degrade Hamas capabilities, possibly pumping in seawater to flood that underground network. And it comes as new video circulates online from Gaza showing rows of men in their underwear with hands behind their backs, surrounded by Israeli soldiers, while others are loaded into military vehicles. Israel says they captured more than 150 Hamas terror suspects in the north of the Strip. But we press the IDF on the claims that they're linked to Hamas.
Who are these people? Do you consider these to be terrorists or are they civilians?
Israel does not arrest, apprehend, or target anyone in the Gaza Strip that is not a Hamas terrorist or poses an imminent threat to Israel.
But the Committee to Protect Journalists says Palestinian correspondent Dia al-Khalout was among those detained, and they're demanding his release. And we spoke to Hani al-Madhoun, who lives in Washington, D.C. He says he saw his brother Mahmoud in that video, and he says he's not a terrorist.
Absolute terrorist. It's a violation. This is my little brother. I know him, but he's not involved in anything. They're not fighters, and certainly they weren't surrendering because they weren't doing anything.
More than 17,000 have been killed so far in Gaza, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. Neighborhood after neighborhood destroyed. And in Israel tonight, 2 months to the day since Hamas launched the deadliest terror attack in Israel's history, the nation is remembering the 1,200 people murdered. Efrat Moore's cousin Omar is among them. She says the Israeli government is not prioritizing the release of the remaining hostages.
We need to see action. We cannot wait anymore. We need to understand what's going on. We need negotiation. We need someone. We need something to happen.
And tonight, as Israelis join Jews around the world marking the first day of Hanukkah, the wounds are still raw.
Is there something about going into Hanukkah which makes this period especially difficult or especially moving?
I don't feel like the joy and the happiness in the light of Hanukkah, not when they going through Holocaust. I think this is the way to describe what they're going through, Holocaust. So I don't feel like celebrating Hanukkah right now.
Now, 2 months after this attack on Israel, let's bring in James Longman in Tel Aviv for us again tonight. James, I want to go back to what you reported there on the Hamas tunnels. A U.S. official now confirming that Israel is considering a plan to flood the tunnels, perhaps, where Hamas militants are still believed to be hiding.
Yeah, and a lot of risks with that plan, David. Flooding those tunnels would knock out water filter systems that provides drinking water to Gaza and could, of course, endanger those remaining hostages. David.